It's 1986, and a quiet revolution is humming beneath America's economy. Innovation no longer just a lucky breakthrough, but a practiced discipline. Picture an auto plant retooling overnight, not because of a crisis, but by design, unleashing ideas that reshape industries. What if entrepreneurship isn't chaos, but a system? What if your next big idea is less about genius and more about know-how? Drucker flips the script, and we're about to dive into the engine room of purposeful innovation. Before you chase the next flashy invention, Drucker pulls back the curtain. Innovation isn't some mystical event. It's a disciplined practice rooted in careful observation and focused effort. In the 1950s, Alcoa faced a plateau until Paul O'Neill, their new CEO, targeted workplace safety seemingly unrelated to profits. But this safety obsession spurred new processes that made operations leaner, boosting productivity far beyond expectations. Alcoa's quiet revolution wasn't flashy gadgets. It was deliberate change that built unstoppable momentum. Drucker describes innovation like a gold miner with a map, not a prospector swinging wildly. He says innovation is the purposeful search for change and the response to that change, which means you're looking for specific changes in markets, demographics, or even unexpected successes and failures. Think of it as scanning the horizon with a finely tuned radar, not just stumbling into treasure. Here's the kicker: companies that systematize innovation don't just survive, they dominate. By embedding innovation into everyday work and decisions, they turn unpredictable breakthroughs into reliable growth engines. It's like training your muscle instead of hoping for sudden strength. Over time, the market rewards intentional, repeatable innovation far more than random luck. Forget the Hollywood myth that entrepreneurs are wild visionaries born with a magic touch. Drucker argues entrepreneurship is a skill, an intentional practice anyone can learn, and this changes everything about how you approach risk and failure. Drucker spots entrepreneurs everywhere, not just startups. In established businesses, he watched teams exploit changes like the rise of women in the workforce or new technology trends. These aren't gamblers dreaming big, they're opportunists watching the world's shifts and pouncing. One bold journalist turned tidbit about rising literacy rates into a media empire, not through fantasy but sharp exploitation of demographic change. Risk frightens most, but Drucker says the real danger is flying blind. Entrepreneurs reduce risk by learning everything. They avoid leaps into the dark by acquiring knowledge first. Imagine a tightrope walker using a balancing pole and safety net. That pole is deep insight and the net is preparation. Without these, risk takes you over the edge. Look at startups that pivot rapidly because they fail fast. Drucker champions this mindset: treat failure as information, not defeat. One company tried a product nobody wanted. Rather than doggedly pushing, they learned fast, adjusted, and came back stronger. The lesson: adaptation beats stubbornness, and speed in learning is your secret weapon in chaos. Here's where most stumble. Innovation isn't just a phase, it's a mindset embedded in daily routines. Drucker reveals how to weave innovation deeply into your enterprise for lasting impact. Drucker flips the usual script: innovators must focus more on the opportunities that change uncovers rather than fixating on problems. Take 3M's Post-it notes, born not from a fix but from a weak adhesive's unique advantage. Spotting opportunity where others see failure turned a tiny imperfection into a billion-dollar product. He urges starting innovation with manageable experiments rather than full-blown launches. Like Toyota's early lean experiments, small tests reduce risk and generate rapid learning. These micro-adventures let you try, fail, adjust without bringing the whole system crashing down, a low-key secret to breakthrough wins. Finally, Drucker insists that innovation must become part of your organization's culture, an institutionalized habit of learning. Think of it as a steady heartbeat driving new ideas, not a sporadic spark. Firms that adopt this pulse ride waves of change instead of wiping out on them, making innovation not a project but their identity. Remember that quiet factory floor from the start. The hum you heard wasn't noise, it was discipline meeting opportunity, a systematic hunt for change with eyes wide open. Innovation and entrepreneurship aren't lightning strikes, they're skills you practice daily. Try this: pick one small shift in your routine or market and treat it as your next innovation target. You're not waiting for luck, you're engineering it. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.